Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a pizza using the poolish method. For the first ingredients that you're going to use are the yeast, 1 gram of yeast, active dry yeast. You could use this brand I'm using from Walmart. 150 grams of room temperature water and flour. You could use bread flour, all-purpose flour, or 00 pizza flour like I'm using. I'm using King Arthur brand. So you're first going to want to pour your water into a bowl like this. And then you're going to grab your yeast and pour it into the bowl. Stir it up a little bit. I'm using a fork. You can use a spoon or anything if you want. And once you're done mixing that a little bit, you're going to want to add your flour into the mixture. And then you're going to want to stir this up. Once you're done mixing, your poolish should look something like this. It should be, kind of loose. And then you're going to want to cover this up and leave it in a place, preferably room temperature, for 10 to 18 hours. And then moving on. Alright, now that your poolish is done sitting for about 10 to 18 hours, it should look something like this. Should be, doubled in size like this. But now you want to put 850 grams of filtered water into, something like this. And 20 grams of olive oil, 1 gram of yeast, and 20 grams of sea salt. And you also want to grab like 500 grams of your flour that you're going to use. For this method, I will be using a stand mixer. It's not a necessity that you need, but it is recommended. But you'll be putting this on low for about 5 to 10 minutes, and after that, you'll add your poolish, and then for another 5 to 10 minutes. Your dough should look something like this before you add in the poolish. I'm going to wait about another minute until I add it, though. Now I've added the poolish. You just want to give it about like 5 to 10 minutes, and it should turn into a nice firm dough. If you run into the issue of your dough being too sticky, then you might want to put it on a clean surface like a table or something. Make sure it's clean. And you're going to want to put a little bit of oil on your hands and do the fold-in technique. Okay, once you're done, your dough should look something like this. You're going to want to cover it and leave it in a place with room temperature for about 2 hours. Alright, your dough should look something like this after, with the second rise. You're going to want to deflate this like this. Punch all the air out. And then you're going to want to grab a scale and weigh these balls to about like 3 ounces for like a 12-inch dough. Once you're done sectioning the dough into 2-ounce balls, you're going to want to oil it in a bowl like this and put it in the refrigerator for overnight or maybe like 4 hours if you're doing it on the same day. Okay, after letting the dough sit for another, night or half a day, it should, after stretching it out, it should look something like this. For the pepperoni, I went with the steak that I got. This is the brand. I got this from Ralph's. And for the cheese, you're gonna want to get low moisture cheese. I'm using Galbani. You could get this like at any store, like at Walmart or like even Ralph's. I got this one at Ralph's. I'm also gonna be using this cheese grater to cut the cheese. Make the process go faster. When making pizzas, you might want to grab a pizza steel like this. It just helps with the crust on the pizza, like at the bottom, makes it nice and crispy. And for the oven, you might want to put it for 550 degrees. I'm using a home oven. For the sauce, I'm using Classic Go Signature Recipes Traditional Pizza Sauce. I got this one at Albertsons. When topping the pizza, for original pizza, you want to do the sauce first, the cheese, and then the toppings. This is with the cheese, and this is with the pepperoni. When you have your pizza on a pizza steel, and you might want to give it a little test, like to see if it'll move. Like you see how mine doesn't move. You might want to put flour under the pizza so it's easier to slide off when you put it in the oven. If your pizza slides like this, then it's ready to be put in the oven. When you put it in the oven, you want to put it for about, like 5 to 8 minutes. But you could also just go by like checking if it's like if the crust is like brown or not. Once you're done, your pizza should look something like this. Pretty much all what's left is just you gotta cut it slices and enjoy.